Ethan here with Cedar Creek Lures. I'm out here doing some preseason scouting for this upcoming trapping season. I'm on a cleared waterway that farmer told me he was having some issue with beavers and has been for a couple of years. Pulled off, I think it was 3 beaver off of this location last year, and didn't quite catch them all, but you can see over here farmers have their track hose set up, and they've already pulled the beaver dam out once this year, and as you can see here, they're back. So that's good for me, bad for the farmers, but I'm going to try to help them out. Just kind of get a layout for how everything's moving around on this waterway here and see if anything's changed, which I'm sure it has. But last year, I don't know if you can see it here, there's a trail going into the cornfield here, and they're wreaking havoc on that for sure, which this is the small trail, but you can see it going right down to the beaver dam there. And I haven't been down to check out those holes yet, but I'll get down there. And let's move on. This trail here is a lot more prevalent. You can see how much damage they're doing to the corn, but we're gonna try and fix that. Looks like a pretty good slide here. I believe this run is where I picked up a beaver in a snare last year, which if I can all help it, I try to use either conibears or the number 5s or TS85s or something like that, but looks to be like they're using this trail pretty good still. So let's move on down here. Another trail. They're kind of moving all over the place here. Off of this point right over here last year, I had a TS85 set on a drowning rod at a caster mount set that I picked another one up at. Let's see. Thought there was a little bit of a trail right down here, but there's not. Okay. There's somewhat of a trail coming down here, but they've got a secondary dam built up. I believe last year it was quite a ways farther up the stream here, but yeah, this location here, last year I picked up a beaver in a TS85 on a drowner rod at a caster mount set, but looks like we got our work cut out for us this year. So beavers are still here, but I still am too. So picked up a decent coyote in a dirt hole right there. Had another video of that out here on YouTube. It was after 2 days from using our Cedar Creek predator bait. But yeah, looks like there's another run coming down there. I have yet to find a lodge or anything like that, which I don't know if they're using a bank den, but the water this year is a heck of a lot more shallow than it was last year. So if they're using a bank den, I might be able to find them, at least some of the old ones anyhow. So let's see here. I'm not sure what those holes are. We'll get down there and check them out though. All right, so I crossed the waterway over here on the other side where I've been seeing those holes, and noticed that there was a hole on this side over here, which I believe is just where a tile line has been cut into the ditch here to drain off, because there's water coming out of it. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what's going on there. However, the hole over here on this side, I believe, might have been the start to a bank den at one point. Getting down in there, there's coon tracks, mink tracks, but the entrance to this hole actually comes out down here at the bottom. So those two holes are connected. They don't necessarily go anywhere, but there's that. I'll see if I can't get down here without slipping again. You can see all the corn stalks those beavers have been tearing out of the field. But yeah, we'll get that taken care of for the farmers. These things never cease to amaze me, though. They're built pretty well for what they are, just sticks and mud, and they can hold back quite a bit of water. So let's see here. Working our way up. If I can get the camera pointed in the right direction here for you guys. So there is a pretty good spot for either a snare, a foot trap, or if I can put a dive stick down here, I can even run a 330. But I'll probably just be running TS-85s. So it's hard to argue with the effectiveness of those things. But this is on the upside of the stream from the beaver dam here. And I can tell you, this water out in here gets pretty deep in a hurry. That, and there's lots of muck on the bottom. And I've only got hip waders on right now, but looks like if I'm going to be walking out in here come season to set traps and move up and down through here in the water, I'm going to have to switch to some chest waders. But I'm almost tempted to run a couple of muskrat sets in here, because if there's beaver, there's coon, there's mink, there's almost got to be muskrat. But yeah, it'd be kind of interesting to find out. Looking around for different sign. So we got our primary dam. The secondary dam that I pointed out earlier is quite a ways up the stream there, but it looks like there might be something there. I think that's probably just where they were coming down on that real good trail right about there, dragging corn stalks and stuff, but we'll have to figure that out. But there's definitely beaver here, there's definitely coon here, there's definitely mink here. So I'm gonna have a mixed bag of catches, and hopefully that'll start here pretty soon. But yeah, everything's pretty cool. Not to bore you guys too much, but that's what I've got going on right now, and just thought I'd take you guys on a little scouting trip. But beaver dams are cool. Not everybody's seen one before, so just thought I'd let you guys experience it with me. But hope the video finds you well.